The top leaders of armed groups behind the prolonged war in Marawi City were killed in clashes with troops past midnight Monday, October 16. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana confirmed alleged Southeast Asia ISIS Emir Isnilon Hapilon and Maute group leader Acor Maute were killed as troops assaulted enemy position to rescue the hostages. A photo of a bloodied Hapilon, his face raised for the camera by a soldier, is circulating among Marawi residents. He's wearing a black jacket over a black shirt, the color that the armed groups have worn since the beginning of the war. Military operations are expected to continue to flush out remaining fighters and clear the battle area of improvised explosive devices. Hapilon left his lair in Basilan last year to join the Maute group in Butig, Lanao del Sur, after which both groups pledged allegiance to ISIS. Hapilon is regarded as the emir of ISIS in Southeast Asia. On May 23, the military attempted to arrest Hapilon when he was spotted in a safe house in Basak, Malutlut. That triggered the nearly 5-month war. Chinese businessman Richard Tan, also known as Chen Julong, the alleged forwarder of the 604 kilos of shabu from China, denounces the draft Senate Blue Ribbon Committee report, pinning the blame on him for the drug smuggling. Senator Dick Gordon describes Tan as the one ultimately responsible for the 6.4 billion pesos worth of shabu that entered the country in May 2016. In a statement, Tan hits Gordon for his allegations. Tan says, quote, "It appears that I am the convenient excuse, the easiest to blame in this mishap, a scapegoat." Tan is alleged informant of the Chinese government, as it was he who supposedly tipped both sides. But in a Senate hearing in August, Customs fixer Mark Taguba had a different narration of Tan's role. Taguba described Tan as the one who hired him to fix the shipment. Taguba said he dealt with Tan through a middleman, a certain Kenneth Dong, later on found to be a supposed friend of presidential son and Davao City Vice Mayor Paulo Duterte. Gordon earlier cleared Paulo Duterte and his brother-in-law Manasseh Carpio from smuggling allegations, saying there was no evidence against them. A September 2017 survey by Pulse Asia shows, in the Duterte administration's war on drugs, most Filipinos are worried about meeting the same fate as 17-year-old Kian de los Santos, who was killed in an August 2017 police operation. In the survey, at least 9 out of 10 Filipinos said they heard, read, or watched something about de los Santos, allegedly because he fought back. More than 3/4 or 76% said they were worried that they, a member of their family, a relative, or an acquaintance, may experience the same fate as de los Santos. Pulse Asia notes the fear of ending up dead in the drug war was shared by big majorities in each geographic area and socio-economic class. Of those who said they were aware of de los Santos' death, 13% were ambivalent about meeting the same fate. 11% said they were not worried. Filipinos will be granted visa-free entry to Taiwan on a trial basis beginning November 1, 2017 until July 31, 2018. In a statement released Monday, the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in the Philippines announced the visa-free entry will be applicable to Filipinos whose visits will not exceed 14 days. Requirements for a visa-free entry: a regular passport with remaining validity of at least 6 months from the date of entry, a return ticket or a ticket for the traveler's next destination and a visa for that destination if required, no criminal record in Taiwan, proof of accommodations or host or sponsor's contact information or tour arrangements. Filipinos who will stay in Taiwan for more than 14 days or for the purpose of study, work, missionary, employment, and other gainful activities still need to get visas. Semi-autonomous Spanish region Catalonia's separatist leader Carles Puigdemont refuses to say if he had declared independence from Spain, but he calls for an urgent meeting with Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy to settle the country's worst political crisis in a generation. Responding to a Monday morning deadline set by the central government to clarify his position, Puigdemont wrote in a letter to Rajoy that for the next 2 months, our main objective is to bring you to dialogue. Madrid earlier threatened to impose direct control over Catalonia if the separatists do not abandon their independence drive. European Union officials are keeping a close eye on developments amid fears that Catalan independence could put further strain on the bloc as it grapples with Britain's shock decision to leave. Puigdemont had told regional lawmakers he was ready for Catalonia to become an independent state, following a secession referendum on October 1 that went ahead despite a court ban. But he immediately said he was suspending proceedings to allow time for negotiations with Madrid.